Hi, Omaji. This is Margie with Basmati. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. Thank you, Margie. I'm so grateful to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here. Today we are chatting with Omaji. She is with embracingtheinfinite.com. I should say embracingtheinfinite.com. And she's just a joy to talk to, and I can feel her resonance just like through the phone, which has brought me some calming peace to this little busy morning I've had, so I'm very grateful for that. She is a catalyst for expansion that shares through vibrational alignment, and she's going to share about her work today. And so I'm excited to hear her story and her journey in arriving where she is today, and what she has to share with the world and all of us listening. So go for it.
Thank you so much. Yes, and it's been a journey for sure. I began, like pretty much everybody else, I think, just trying to make this world fit me, and work and do corporate America and the whole thing, and it just never felt right. And so probably around 10 years ago, I began to explore meditation and spirituality. And when I began meditating, everything began opening back up, so to speak. All of the inherent gifts and abilities that we all possess, for me began kind of blossoming and blooming, and I reconnected with a heightened intuition and the knowing, as well as just experiencing in a very spontaneous way that healing was happening in my presence. So I don't really call myself a healer. I call myself a witness for healing. The healing happens, right? The healing just wants to happen. Everything wants to return to love. And when I show up in a way that's just being the space and just being willing to allow whatever wants to express fully, it will literally just move through awareness with grace and ease and resolve itself, return to love, harmonize itself. So it's challenging to describe in words because every single session is different in a way that it's unique to the individual and what is wishing to lift, to expand, to return to love for them. And so it's really about us being willing to be that space of non-judgment, feel what we feel, and just allow. And also the insights come as well as a result of the transmutation of these lower frequencies. The results are always greater clarity, greater feeling connected to source, greater sense of love and peace and freedom. So it's really just beautiful to witness and to watch. Yeah.
And I love A Witness for Healing. And one that, when you said that, I'll share with you a little bit of my experience, and that is that makes it just like we're both just souls in a physical body having a human experience, sharing these vibrations, as opposed to one person taking the role over someone else. Does that make sense? It creates the space for it. Just that sentence creates the phrase or the space for me to just feel this evenness and just like you said, that we're all here to find this, and we all have this in us. And by you holding that space, that creates the space in me to see the expansiveness and the possibility and feel that alignment. So tell me a little bit about how your sessions work. And what you mean, What?
We can start having a conversation.
Yeah.
And things begin to reveal themselves very naturally. And it doesn't mean that someone may not have a specific thing in mind when they book a session that they want to look at, because that's perfect too. But it's beautiful how it very organically will happen, just in a way that it's like you said, when we see it as we're joining together for a common goal, for freedom, for liberation, for remembering who we really are. that's really the ultimate goal, is to be fully empowered in what we really are and letting go of everything that we're not.
So awesome. And I know that I am going to ask you this in case someone wants to know what vibrational alignment means.
Sure.
Before I ask the next, yeah. And so, what does that mean to you?
So, when I share, I am connecting with the higher self and a beautiful council of light that shares wisdom and insight and helps to point to things for us so that we can move through and navigate efficiently and with grace and ease. And the word that they shared with me to call this expansion, this alignment, is literally vibrational alignment. And so what I witness is, we'll say, discordant energies, frequencies that are distorted in a way where they're based in misperception, they're based in miscreated thought, like I'm not good enough or I'll never be able to have. You know, whatever that is, we simply look at it with a choice of, do you want to keep that or would you be willing to let that go? And so when the person, you know, the one in the session says, yes, I'm willing to let that go, I really witnessed a frequency shift, a vibration shift within their field, within their point of attraction, where those kind of, like, I can think of it as like a computer virus running in the background, the program running in the background that's beaconing I'm not good enough, is now no longer running. It's no longer going to get validated in their world because they've chosen beyond it. And it's literally a matter of shifting the frequency. And as I mentioned, I don't do that. I invite it and I watch it happen on behalf of the individual. Yeah.
Right. And you're holding space for that, which creates the possibility for the person to feel that because it's there, right? Yeah. You know. And so in these processes, now I know that you do in-person, right, private sessions, but you also do remote, correct?
Yes, yes. In fact, most of the work I do is remote because it's really a matter of connecting and then allowing the energy to express itself, because what I find is everything wants to go to the higher frequency automatically, but it's desire. And so it doesn't matter whether we're in person or whether we're connecting over the phone or Skype. It's the same regardless.
Yeah, yeah, and with the internet now and Skype and all, it's so much easier for people to have access to learning and growing, right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit also about your immersion, some of the things that you do. I know that your online store is fabulous, by the way. I love it.
Thank you. Yes, I do share a lot of group sessions and series where some of it's in person, but some of it's actually done over a webinar interface, and the recordings are also very, valuable tools, because it's interesting how all of the questions, all of the intentions, all of the energies are contained in the recordings. And so even if you listen to a replay or recording, you're still receiving fully everything that was shared, because you're still in the moment with the energy and making a conscious choice. And it's really your conscious choice that makes the shift. It's not me. It really isn't. I'm just a guide. I'm just the one pointing for you. And your divine self is with you, supporting you no matter when you listen. And so there are different series that I do. There are different in-person events as well. And we always offer the option to attend those virtually through the recording. But I also do longer, I call intensive, vibrational alignment intensives, where we really dive deep through several days. And I call those immersions. Oh. And I've done 2 this year. I did one in Sedona last April and one here in Clearwater Beach, Florida in September. And I'm now in the midst of planning some for next year. But they're really an opportunity to completely transform how you're perceiving yourself, your interaction with life, your experience with life, with the world, with others. It's incredible how much transformation can take place when we give it that commitment of several days in a row, 5 to 7 days.
Yes. And there is something, I love immersions for one. It breaks me away from everything, right? You're totally immersed, literally, in one higher vibrations, but also you're detached from the everyday stuff. And it really gives you a chance to go really deeply inward and just be, right? And so I'm a big, and we all need that at least a couple of times a year, right? You know, so I'm really grateful that you do those. And I know that a friend of mine who has worked actively with you really, really enjoys being not only in your presence, but also the remote work that you do. So I want to honor that and honor your gift in sharing. I would like to invite you maybe we can do and I'm kind of putting her on the spot here, guys, for everyone listening, a live recording of maybe a guided meditation so everyone can see what you do, if you'd love to do that. That'd be a great honor. So I would, and then I also invite you to share a little bit more, if you want to share with anyone, about possibly maybe what they could do right this moment to feel a deeper connection within themselves.
Yeah. And it's like they're showing me it's kind of one and the same thing. It's like what wants to be shared right now is this idea of connecting to your work, connecting to your oneness with Source. So if it's all right, we'll just guide through a process, and there may be some questions involved, and that's really just to empower everyone listening to actually choose on a conscious level. All right, so just take a deep breath. And in your own way, I invite you to connect with your higher self, with what you see as your divine essence, your divine, even your divine helpers to help you remember your divine essence. It's like, for some of us, it's angels, masters, Source itself. And so whatever that is for you, just take a deep breath with the intention of acknowledging that that essence is fully present in this moment. And just breathe into the heart as we invite a greater remembrance of this connection to emerge, as we invite with our own desire, we choose to remember what I am and what I really am in relation to this essence. And so the reason we breathe into the heart is we're intending to bypass intellect. We're intending to bypass the linear mind. So we're just going to think our linear mind for a moment, for everything that it does to try to keep us safe, to understand and explain. And we're just going to invite it to ask the heart what it knows in this moment. So just take a deep breath into the heart. As we bring in some energies and downloads to remind you what it feels like, how to, and that it's safe to connect to the heart. And if you're willing, you can simply say yes. Take a deep breath. And what it feels like, how to, and that it's safe for you to remember your divine essence. And that the way to this remembering is through the heart. And just take another deep breath. We're also going to bring in some remembrance, what it feels like, how to, and that it is safe for you to relax in this moment. For you to trust your divine self. And for you to give your divine self in this moment the responsibility for this remembrance. so that you know your responsibility is to invite it in your divine self, but allow it to reveal itself to you with grace and ease for your highest and best. And in this remembering, what's coming in now is this beautiful light, this beautiful, pure, pristine light to remind you of your value, of your worth, and that you are worthy to be in the presence of the divine. So with this, would you be willing to release anything that contradicts that? Any programs, any beliefs, any agreements running in your field, in your mind, in your system, that would have you believing you are less than, you are not enough, or that you somehow do not deserve to be in the presence of the divine. And if you're willing, you can simply say yes and allow it to be done for you. And take a deep breath as we remind you of your worth. We know who you are in your worth. You are beautiful. You are perfect. You are whole. And you are already loved. You are already fully connected, fully supported, and fully embraced by the divine. Will you let it be that easy? Will you let yourself be loved, acknowledged, and embraced in this moment? Take into it. And regardless of whether you feel anything in this moment or not, there is much happening for you to lift the veil and to remind you of your truth, to align you with your true self, as you really are, as you've always been, the you that we see, the light, the love, and the perfection. Will you give yourself permission to step into that identity of you, into your truth? There's so much love for you. Thank you for being the blessing that you are, and thank you for being willing to remember.
Thank you.
Yummy.
That was so yummy. That was really yummy, and now I'm at a loss for words, which is rare for me. I am actually. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's such a joy to watch and share. It's beautiful to see what happens when we just breathe and open.
It really is beautiful, and it's in all of us and here for all of us. And sometimes we can forget that. So this is Omaji with Embracing the Infinite, and the gift that she shares and holds in her heart for all of us. Well, you all can feel that. I know you can. So it's truly an honor, and I'm sitting in deep gratitude right now. So thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you everyone who made yourselves available today to receive. Beautiful.
Thank you, Omaji. I look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you. Blessings.
Much love. Bye-bye.